Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video it's all about the kingdom Protista. The kingdom Protista is a diverse group of eukaryotic microorganisms that includes the mostly unicellular but some of the multicellular organisms, okay, with the examples such as diatoms, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, protozoans and slime molds. Okay, so general characteristic of kingdom Protista: eukaryotic nature. Protista are eukaryotics characterized by the membrane-bound organelles, includes a well-defined nucleus, setting them apart from prokaryotic organisms. Second, paraphyletic group. The kingdom is considered as a paraphyletic group because it includes the organisms that ancestral of animal, fungi and plants but are not classified under choose kingdom themselves. Nutritional diversity, it serves a bridge. Yes, that is the most important point, that the Protista serve as a bridge between the simpler prokaryotic organism like bacteria and more complex eukaryotic like plants, animal and fungi. Okay. So this group is highly diverse in both structure and functional, ranging from autotrophic, heterotrophic to mixotrophic modes of nutrition. So here it is, the Protista exhibits diverse mode of nutrition ranging from autotrophic photosynthesis to heterotrophic consuming organic matters and mixotrophic combining both. So the photosynthetic and organic matter, consuming organic matter. Now classification of Protista. So Protista are traditionally grouped into three main categories based on their nutritional and lifestyle. One is photosynthetic Protista, plant-like Protista. Second, fungi-like Protista. Third, animal-like Protista, that is the protozoans. Now first we understand the photosynthetic Protista. So these Protista are autotrophic, meaning they can produce their own food using sunlight like plant through the process of photosynthesis. As we know, it's a universal process in the plant. They are commonly found in aquatic environment and are a vital part of phytoplankton community forming in the base of the aquatic food webs. So the major group, first phylum Chrysophyta, includes diatoms and golden alga. So it is the diatoms have cell wall made up of silica that forms two overlapping cells like soap box. Exhibit radial or bilateral symmetry. The accumulated silica shell form large oceanic deposits called diatomous earth, used in filtration and polishing industry. They reproduce mainly through the binary fissure. Okay, so here it is the anatomy of diatom. Okay, and this is the golden alga. Okay, this is the golden algae. Okay, next is a phylum. Pyrophyta includes dinoflagellates. These marine organisms have two flagella placed in perpendicular grooves. They show variety of pigments like chlorophyll, carotenoids, giving them different colors. Some species exhibits bioluminescence. Okay, here you can see this is the bioluminescence. Okay, CO of bioluminescence. Okay, the blue color, that is the Noctiluca. Okay, so this is the bioluminescence species. Okay, so this is the structure. This is the entire groove and this flagella. Okay. Okay, this is all dinoflagellates. Okay, certain dinoflagellates like gonalox cause red tide due to the explosive population growth, releasing toxin that harm aquatic life. This one, gonalox. Okay, this is also the picture, one of the more picture of goniolex, and this is the red tide. Okay, so entire ocean with the red tide. Okay, now third phylum, that is the euglenophytes, includes euglena. Okay, euglenoids live in fresh water and have characteristic both plants and animals. They behave like both plants and animals. They contain chloroplast with chlorophyll. Okay, here it is, the you can see in the green color. Okay, it also see the chloroplast, mitochondria, nucleus, nucleolus. Okay, flagella, right? So chloroplast with chlorophyll for photosynthesis, but in the absence of sunlight, they can ingest food heterotrophically. Okay. They lack rigid cell wall. Yes, instead they have flexible protein layer called the pellicle. Movement is facilitated by the flagella. Okay, here is long flagella. So this is a long flagellum. Okay, only singular flagella. That's why we can call the flagellum. Okay, now first describe the photosynthetic protista. They have the chrysophytes, pyrophytes, and euglophytes. Now come to the another type of protista, that is the fungi-like protista, right? So these protista resemble fungi in that they are heterotrophs and obtain nutrients by decomposing organic matters. Yes, they produce the spores. Okay, so here it is, we discuss the heterotrophic natures. Slime molds are heterotrophs, obtain nutrients by decomposing organic matter similar to fungi. Spore production, yes, they produce the spore for during reproduction and helping in their dispersal and survival. Dual characteristics, like slime molds behave like amoeba during nutrition, creeping and engulfing food, and form the spongia during reproduction. Spongia, that is the spore bearing structure. Now third, that is the animal like protista, protozoans. These are heterotrophic protista, usually unicellular, that exhibits the movement and feed by ingestion food particles. So major groups, first is phylum Rhizopoda, example amoeba. They move using pseudopodia, false fits. This is the false fits, not permanently. Okay, false fits. They engulf food particle by phagocytosis. Okay, so phagocytosis, that is the extend the plasma membrane around the food and engulf the food particle into the body. Okay, so this process called the phagocytosis. Phago, that is the food particle. It must be into solid part. Okay, pinocytosis, that is the liquid. Okay, liquid compound, they absorb the animal or anything else, or any cells. We call the pinocytosis. Okay, live in freshwater, soil, parasitic environments. So, this is the structure of amoeba. Okay, pseudopodia, plasmasol, plasmagel. Okay, uroids, contracted vacuoles. Yes, food vacuoles. Okay, contracted vacuoles responsible for the osmoregulation. Okay, and water vacuoles. Now, second, animal like protista, second type major group is phylum Coelophora. It includes the paramecium. Possess numerous tiny hairs like cilia for locomotion and food intake. Here you see the number of cilia present on the surface. They have complex cell structure with oral grooves. Here it is, oral grooves. See. And contractile vacuoles. Here is a contractile vacuoles for osmoregulation. Two types of nuclei they have. Okay, macronucleus. Okay, here it is the macronucleus, large nucleus, and micro, that is tiny nucleus. So macronucleus required for metabolic and developmental function, and micronucleus required for the reproduction. Okay, Next phylum, it is Zoometostegophola. Okay. Trypanosoma. They move using one or more flagella. Many are parasites. Yes, trypanosoma cause African sleeping sickness transmitted by testis flight. Okay, so sleeping sickness, also known as African trypanosomiasis. Okay, so it is a fatal parasitic disease spread by the bite of infected testis flight. It's found in sub-Saharan Africa. So some of the symptoms, like if anyone have this sleeping sickness, we can see the symptoms like fever, headache, tiredness, swollen lymph node, painful bump or sore at the bite site, skin rashes, low red blood cell levels, swelling in the face, trouble staying awake. Okay, so some of these symptoms anyone can observe if have the sleeping sickness. So this is the structure of trypanosoma. This RBC and trypanosoma structure. Okay, using one or more flagella. It is the one flagella. Okay. This is also having the one or sometimes have the two flagella. Okay, this is the testis fly. Now, in animal like Protista, now fourth major group is Sporozoa, Plasmodium, non-motile intracellular parasites. Yes, characterized by a complex life cycle involving multiple hosts. Plasmodium vivax cause malaria in human and is transmitted by the female Anopheles mosquitoes. This is the here it is the Plasmodium. Okay, and this is the cell of WBC cells. Plasmodium. Now, fifth major group of animal like Protista, Sporozoa. Okay, this one is done. Okay. Okay, now the distributed phylum Sarcodinia, also known as Rhizopoda. Okay, this is also repeated this part, but they differentiate into the phylum Sarcodina, also known as Rhizopoda, Amoeba protozoa, lack of defined body shape, pellicle, they do not have pellicle. Organism move and capture food using pseudopodia as temporary projection, the cytoplasm that acts like flowering extension of the body. Yes, we done this. Contractile vacuoles are commonly present in free living species to help regulate the water balance, osmoregulation. Most sarcodians are free living and inhabit the freshwater moist environment, but some are parasitic and cause disease human and animals. Examples of amoeba, free-living amoeboid organisms that moves by extension of pseudopodia. Yes, Entamoeba histolytica, a parasitic form found in the human intestine which caused amoebic dysentery, ambiosis. Is intestinal infection, ambiosis, caused by the parasite. I've said the symptoms include bloody diarrhea, abdominal pain, fever, chills. It's very contagious and can be spread by the contaminated food and water. Okay. Second phylum is Sporozoa. Sporozoa are a group of non-motile parasitic protozoans that lack locomotory structures of flagella, cilia, and pseudopodia. Yes, spores. Only spores here. You have to remember this spores. The organisms are typically endoparasitic, living within the cell or tissue of host organism. So here it is the cell body surrounded by the thick pellicle, and that enhance the protection and structural supports. They do not have contractile vacuoles, as osmoregulation generally not needed inside the host of body. Reproduction in sporozoans occur through two main methods. First, schizogony. Okay, so it is a schizogony, asexual reproduction, repeated interval division of the nucleus followed by division of the cytoplasm to form multiple daughter cells. And sporogony, sexual reproduction, formation of spores that develop into new individuals. So here is the name of the Plasmodium species, causative agent for malaria in human transmitted by female. Okay, so this is an example of Sporozoa. You can write this part, Plasmodium species. Then Coleophora, the phylum includes highly organized aquatic protozoans that are capable active and direct movement. Yes. The present number of short cell-like structure called the cilia cover all of the part of the surface. These cilia serve two main purpose. That is the paramecium. Okay, this is a Coleophora. You can write this example with the paramecium. Yes. Okay. Feeding, creating water currents to direct food into the oral grooves, as I mentioned in this picture. Okay, in previous slide. Oral grooves. These organisms are typically free living. Many are found in freshwater ponds. Member of this phylum exhibit internal structure, complex internal structure including vacuoles for digestion and osmoregulation. Unique features of ciliated in the presence of two types of nuclei, as I mentioned, macronucleus and micronucleus. Metabolic control the metabolic and development of function, and micronucleus involved in sexual reproduction, conjugation. Example, paramecium of refer the slipper animalcule. It moves swiftly, yes, using the coordinated ciliar motion. Okay, then Opilina is symbiotic cilia found in the intestine of amphibians. Okay, one more types of Coleophora, it is Opilina. So this is all about the kingdom Protista. And the next lecture we will be delve into the characteristic and diversity of kingdom fungi. Okay, thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.